Good evening, good evening, good evening, my fellow patriots. I'm glad to see all of you guys coming in. I know everybody's just been dying for the show. I'm almost certain that everybody's going to come in and they're going to just laugh. We kind of have we're gonna have some fun tonight. I'm smiling. I'm happy. How you doing? Where you coming in from? I know we have New York in the house. How you doing, Winks? How you doing, Shelly? How you doing, Miss Alice? Yeah, we are definitely live, and as people can see, we have a sweatshirt on that my wife so graciously gave to me. We have Penny, North Carolina, Oklahoma for Shelly, Georgia. How are we doing tonight? We were down some rabbit holes. Well, maybe we'll discuss some of those rabbit holes, but we'll we'll figure we'll work through this and we'll see what happens. So we're just how you doing, Sandra? How you doing, Mesrin? Alpha, welcome. Lori, man, we're gonna have a packed show tonight, aren't we? Kelly from Virginia. Yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't know that I had my own show. So yeah, welcome. Glad to see that people are showing up. For some reason, my computer's only saying there's 3 people here, but I know we have a whole lot more than that. So yeah, we are definitely going to have a packed show tonight. I'm glad to see that. How are we doing tonight? Proud. Mandy, welcome. I have a sister named Mandy, by the way. So, Sam the barber. Yeah, we guys, a place to meet old friends. Yep, no problems connecting. Perfect. Yeah, guys, we are going to get started very quickly. We're gonna just, yeah, I have 32 on my screen, is according to what it's saying. So, yes, we are definitely, it is happening. So, howdy, Queenie. Glad to see you're here. And, guys, I'm glad to be here. I'm happy to be with you guys. And every night it just seems like it's kind of a broken record, but we do appreciate every single one of you sharing the message, talking to people, seeing people. Our numbers, guys, we refer to numbers, and I'm gonna show you what I look at because I want transparency. I want people to see that there's movement, that something's happening. So before I really get into the new stuff, we're gonna take a different turn, and I'm gonna show you guys some stuff that you guys probably don't see. So give me just a second. I will pull that up. I am definitely going to pause myself because I don't need to hear myself talk. But yeah, we are making sure everybody is being accounted for. So guys, I'm gonna show you. You haven't missed nothing yet, King Me. So just jump on in, and we will make sure that you guys see everything that we're looking at. So as you guys can tell, this is a backside of the Twitch stream where you guys are chatting right now. So, guys, transparency. That's what I'm here for. I want you guys to see the same stuff that I'm seeing and why I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you guys who are sharing out what I'm doing. So we started on the 17th of February, and our average on that day was 1.7 viewers. Again, Thursday we jumped up to 4.3, Friday 5.3, and then it just some days is a little bit smaller, and then we start jumping up. Yesterday was by far our biggest day. We had an average of 37 viewers the whole day. So people really wonder, well, what does this mean? It means the channel's growing. What you guys are doing, sharing it, talking to people are seeing what we're doing over on Facebook. They're seeing us on YouTube, they're seeing our website, everywhere else. This is where people come from. So, guys, right now I can't even see your chat, so I'm sure you guys have plenty of questions. Why am I showing you this? So, guys, transparency is key. Like the mustache, yeah, I don't. I haven't shaved in a couple days, and it's about to come off. So we go. I usually do one live each and every single day. Some days I'll forego a podcast because I have a podcast that drops every morning at 10 a.m. That is usually how I do things. But sometimes, like this morning, there was a hiccup and it didn't get posted. So I apologize, people. So yeah, I do Monday through Saturday, 8 p.m. or it was 8 p.m. Now it's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we are growing leaps and bounds. If people are following me or following on our Telegram or our Signal group, if you're in there, if for some reason there's a reason that I'm going to be late, I will let you guys know. Hey, I'm going to be X amount of time late. That way you guys aren't stuck waiting for the thing to go live. I don't believe in keeping people waiting. I believe in being punctual. I grew up, if you're 15 minutes early, you're late. Okay. So I try to be very cognizant of people's time. So, yep. So, proud if you get a hold of Mesrin, please, and get them the information to the Signal platform. So, yep, I was things have there's been a lot of craziness happening in this world, guys. For me, I don't go down the rabbit holes. I'll go down some because they're worth pursuing, but there's others that I won't touch, and it's because there's no facts. There's no factual basis there. People ask me, well, why didn't you release all the Hunter Biden stuff? Why did you release all the COVID stuff? And I know I'm gonna get a strike for this, but here's why. There's some of that information that is technically not even allowed to be in the public. If people want to see it, they can talk to me. They can call me. And I can figure out a way to get it to them securely. But as far as posting it where everybody can download it and all that, that is against the law on some of that material. So that material does not leave me or other people. Just like with the Hunter Biden stuff, again, same thing. Some of it's classified. That material does not leave. I don't. I will not compromise people, and I won't compromise lives with the information that I have. So, okay. So I want people to be very clear as to when we were with other other places. I wanted people to understand why some of the information did not get released, because I have it, but there's a lot of it that says confidential or top secret or secret. There's a classification level. If it has a classification, it's not struck out, I don't release it. It's just that simple. Julian Assange released a whole bunch of classified documents that were classified. And guess what? What happened to him? Right now he is being prosecuted for espionage. There's a reason people I don't do this. I won't compromise what I have in my family and anybody else to release information like that. So, yeah, but guys, I'm gonna be upfront with you guys. I'm not gonna hide behind the BS. And what you see is what you get. I I don't ask for your money. I don't beg for donations. Like I said, everything is free will. If people want to donate, there's a donate button and a Venmo button at the top of the webpage. If they want to buy stuff, well, guess what? We have a store. And if people want something like this that my wife makes, just reach out to me. They're $45 plus shipping. So it's not that complicated. Okay. And if you guys are small business owners creating stuff, products and services that you want to talk to me about advertising and putting out for other patriots to buy, again, we can make those arrangements. Contact me, send me an email, admin@patriotnewsnetwork.us. So, how you doing, Jason? Go eat with your wife. I so I just I'm just giving Jason a little bit of crap. But guys, there's a whole bunch of changes coming to the website. I don't know if people have been on the website recently, but I'm going to just show it to you guys just in case you haven't seen any of the changes that have happened. Okay. I got you. So guys, this is the website. It's nothing fancy. You have the Venmo, you have the Patriot Store, the donate button. And we do have that social media platform on the back end. We are quite possibly going to be getting rid of that in lieu of some other things that are going to be taken over, and people will actually be able to share like news articles and stuff like that on the new platform that we're building. And guys, just remember, everything is free for the information. Clothing items, stuff you buy from the store, that's not free. But again, free. So We're not here to take your money. We will not take your money, and 100% of this has been paid for. All of like, okay, if you want to see all of our videos, everything that we have, guess what? You can go replay each and every single one of our videos. So again, we are changing how we're doing things. We're making it more user friendly for people. We're making it so people want to spend time at our store. We want people to spend time watching the videos because everything that we do is about you guys. It's about providing you guys with the most information possible. So go up here, and I'm going to just go to the resources page because we were talking about that the other night, and I want all of you guys to, whenever it stops spinning in circles, but we want all of you guys to see this. So the resources, where do we find the planes? How do we watch them? Well, guess what, guys? Under 1, you see the planes. 2, it's going to be weather sites. 3 is earthquakes. Where do we find the earthquake information? Live streaming cameras of the White House, and so on and so forth. Your down detector for internet service and cell phone providers. Electrical service status, poweroutage.us. I mean, guys, and the top one that people always ask about is military tribunals. Well, guess what? 9, the Office of Military Commissions. You click on that link, it goes straight to your tribunal's website. Boom. Now there's nobody that can tell you that there's a tribunal that happened. You can go back in the calendar and actually look at it. Go ahead, send that over to me, Jason. I'll take a look at it, and we'll get that added. And then, of course, Department of Homeland Security, Washington, D.C., EMS, and fire, and the military news. Again, Pacer for court records. Guys, all of these resources, Pacer, guys, Pacer, you have to log into, and if you download copies, it's like 10 cents a page. So Pacer's not free. You actually have to log into it, and you actually have to pay for stuff. So just be cognizant of it. It is a resource that we have links to, but people really don't know how to get there or how to even look stuff up. So I could spend a whole day or a whole hour just talking about how to look stuff up on Pacer. So yeah, guys, we are adding stuff each and every single day. Always go back, check things out. Of course, the articles page and the about and contact page, guys, those are not done. I haven't even worked on them. We've been working on getting everything else so people can actually see it and actually be able to tangibly touch things and see the information for themselves. So what was okay, mc.mil. Just go to the patriotnewsnetwork.us. Just go to the resources page and it'll pull up and you'll be able to see it. So yeah, resources. So look, we go here, guys, Office of Military Commissions, cases, we can go court calendar. Check this out. Now we have all the tribunals that are going on, every single one of them, or the lack thereof. We don't hide stuff from you guys. We provide the information, and then we provide the links to go and do the research for you. And I mean, it's I see people not really. Hold on a second. I think I am. Yeah, I think I just decided to disappear on everybody. So give me a second. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why I'm disappearing, guys, but I'm working on bringing myself back. This is weird. But yes, we're just going to. There we go. I'm back. Something happened, so yeah. Oh, what's canceled? So yeah, give me a second. Let me share the screen again. See, all those tribunals, all canceled, all due to COVID. So, yeah, I have to figure out what's going on because my green screen was working and then it decided not to. So, let's see if I can get it to work again. I'll have to get that. I'll have to definitely move. We'll have to figure out how to fix that. But for right now, it's just sorry about it. It's just one of those things that I'll have to live with for a little bit. But yeah, guys, this is the way I keep my house from becoming national information. I'm a pretty private person. I don't like telling people exactly what the inside of my house looks like. So yeah. Anyways, couldn't some Shane, couldn't some tribunals be classified and not listed? No. Under federal law, all military tribunals must be open to the public and able for the public has to be able to see what's going on in the tribunals. So yeah, we'll have to check that out. COVID coming in from southern border, they'll blame Texas for opening up. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm reading stuff and not putting. So guys, we have 43 people. How many people are sharing this stream? I know we haven't really gotten into the meat and potatoes kind of stuff, guys, but I wanted to show you guys what's changing aside from a sweet shirt. But we are only growing because you guys are sharing. If you guys weren't sharing, thumbs up, please. Okay, so just so people know, I know this guy personally, but I'm glad to see that he's watching. Yeah, guys, we are growing leaps and bounds. I am waiting for the day that we hit an average of 150, 200 people on our live streams. That'd be an absolute blast. But yeah, you guys, my wife is doing work. She's trying to do everything she can to make sure that she takes care of as much of this kind of stuff as possible. She don't like me using other places, but I I also told her we want to make sure that people are able to get the goods and they can actually share. People can ask them, "What's Patriot News Network?" Well, then it leads into a conversation. Conversation pieces. That is how we get in the door. That is how we get into those conversations with people about what's going on. How are we spreading our message? Are we talking about the convention of states? Are we talking about a whole bunch of things? Because most people will not talk to you unless they have a question about something that you're wearing or something that you're looking at. It's just psychology. So, yep. So yeah, it we definitely have a packed house. Holy smokes. We're inching closer and closer to 100. Late again, 7 p.m. Guys, I try to start as sharp on the nose as possible. Tomorrow there's going to be a live stream 10 a.m. Central Standard Time and then another one at 7 p.m. So write it down. You guys have pens. Write them down. Yeah, I won't we'll speculate on some stuff, but it's also based in an educated guess based off of research that we're doing. Okay. So if anybody needs a invite to the Signal group, let people know, or let Proud or Time for Truth know. They will definitely get you guys hooked up there. Jason, here soon I'm going to have you do the controls, and I just kidding. But definitely send it over to us, Winks, and I will get that taken care of. So, okay, so people were asking about something that was going on with Iran. So we're going to pull it up. Is there rules like no chatting there? No. You guys, the Patriot News Network Signal group, feel free to chat all you. My phone's buzzing. My phone's buzzing over 400 times a day. People are free to chat over there. Go for it. So, I'm not gonna kick people off for chatting. It's censorship is not my game. But okay, guys, this is what people were talking to me about. I gotten this sent to me several times, and I wanted people to know that I reached out to a couple of my DoD friends and some guys that I know with a couple of the agencies, and they said there is a lot of truth to what's being said here, if not absolute truth. So yeah, so yeah, what can we do about them, guys? They're gonna cause disruption. That's what the Iranians do. That is their playbook. They are not they are not people that I align myself with. I don't believe that the Iranian regime is a good one. I think that they are a dystopian oligarchy that wants to keep their people oppressed. Kind of like the Biden administration, but yep. Happy Friday. Are we there yet? Nope. We're not even we're not even halfway through. Come on. So so chat room is open. Yep. Let's okay, Wix. I will yep, I will be I'll look at that very, very quickly. So yep. And if you guys have other resources with verified and vetted information where people can do research, definitely send them over to us. We'll check them out and we'll put them up in the resources page. So no, nothing is happening. Not yet. Antifa has a rally planned for tomorrow, so we'll see what happens then. We'll see if they're able to burn down Washington D.C. with their march. I hope not, but guys, there's a whole bunch of people saying that stuff's going to happen. And in truth, there could be stuff that's going to happen. But if people keep talking about, oh, it's going to happen on this day, that day's going to come and go, and guess what? You're going to get disgruntled. You are going to be sitting there wondering why you believe dates. If there's a hard date that I put out, trust me, I have good reason for it. There's only a few hard dates that I will put out, very few, and those you'll be able to take to the bank. But I'm not going to make predictions. I'm not going to say certain things are going to happen at this time in this order because it doesn't. It's not truth. It is not honesty. And to keep playing it off every time those days come and go as oh it was just operational security. Well, how many times are you going to use that before people just turn you off? So you know, I don't I try not to make any predictions, but heartbroken, it's a word. You know, like I said, I'm not going to feed you sugar covered crap. I'd rather give you a salty steak. You might not like hearing what I have to say, but I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And if you don't like it, then I'm sorry. But they. I'm going to put that up. Spicy, you bring up a very, very, very valid point, and I'm going to bring that up on the screen because there's so much truth in this. How many people are active in local government, whether going to the county, going to the board meetings for the city or the county that they live in? How many of you guys by thumbs up for all the people who actually participate in that? Guys, I'm gonna jump over real quick and I'm gonna take care of somebody. So just bear with me just for a few seconds. So I'm just going to take care of them. Sorry about that. So yeah. They've been bringing down everybody's channels. Yeah. You're and I am bringing you on the screen to just one on one, man to man. Let me just am I this entire time since I went live 38 minutes ago, this entire time has anybody heard me say that anything against what is on the screen right now? Anybody? No, nobody has. Yeah, they rigged the election. They cheated, and they were blatantly obvious about it. Guess what? Conservatives have to buckle down. Conservatives actually have to really buckle down. There's a reason I end each and every single one of my nights with you have a pen, you have a microphone, use them. Silent majority can't stay silent. There's a reason I end each and every single night with that. Because guess what? The silent majority is no longer silent. And it's because you guys are out there talking to people. You guys are out there writing your Congress people. You're out there writing your mayors. You're out there taking part in civil government. You guys are doing your part. If you're not doing your part and you're jumping on these shows, I understand what your point is. But it doesn't, if I'm not spouting conspiracy theories, as you say, then don't bring it up. Because guess what? You make out of yourself. And I don't think you want to do that. So, guys, I am using people. I am talking to people just like I would talk to my wife, just like I would talk to my neighbors, just like I would talk to my friends. And Grumpy Grandpa, I know you're listening. If what I'm saying is not true, you can tell them. But I know it's a fact. So, guys, everybody that knows me personally knows that I talk the same way to them as anybody else. So we sit here, we talk about things, we talk about oh how things are going to happen. Things aren't going to happen unless you take action. It's not what can my country give me? It's what can I give my country? If you're not taking that kind of action, you're not moving that ball forward, then you're part of the problem. Dan Bongino said at CPAC, the fight is now. We have to fight for the soul of our nation. We have to fight for the integrity of our nation. So when we sit here and we talk about people and conspiracy theories and stuff like that, the message is lost. That which is why when I'm talking about news articles, when I'm talking about different things, guys, I'm not doing it to just give you another way to hear the same BS that the mainstream media is giving you. We sit here, break down those news stories, why it matters, and what can we do to help fix those problems. People might not like what I have to say. Guess what? I'm okay with that. So I know, guys, I get a little animated sometimes, but sometimes it's what people need to hear, not what they want to hear. I I'm just one of those people. So yeah, all of us. I know the developer who is taking care of the website, helping me build it out, making sure that everything's working properly. When he heard when we were talking, I actually was sitting in his living room talking, and we were talking about the election and all that. He sits on the town board. His kids are active in the town. It might not be the biggest town out there, but guys, even small villages, if you start taking part in stuff and it keeps building, pretty soon you've went from just your little tiny township to your county seats, to your state, to the governorships, to the federal, and then beyond. You guys have that power. It's up to you. It's up to me. Not a single person can say that they haven't. If you are going to come on and preach to me, so but yeah, and you know what? There there there's a whole story behind all of that stuff. And if you wanna chat with me about it, send me an email. Well, I'll talk to you about it. So we'll just go. But yep, I'm gonna move on. So we should not ask our military to do something that we're not willing to do ourselves. That is an accurate statement. if we're not trying to take the power back from the federal government, the problem is most of the federal government could have been, if we were to have the power that we were supposed to have through the Constitution, the federal government would not be as big as and bloated as it is. We wouldn't have a deficit like it is. Sorry about that. So, I mean, how big do you of a federal government do you guys want? Do you want a really big federal government that doesn't care about its people? Do you want a big federal government that would rather steal your tax money than actually pay a dime, or actually work for you? So keep Shane in the Pepsi. He'll be happy. Well, my wife, this is the one luxury that I get that my wife doesn't complain about. So yes. Oh, that is not what I was looking for. There we go. Yes, I did see it. So if people want, we can bring it up and we can go through it. Yeah, I definitely don't drink Coke anymore, especially after their little fiasco that they're. Okay, Sam the Barber. You know, there's I am a person that loves small government. I'd rather have just a state and local governments be completely sovereign, but it's not always that way. So, but yeah, we need to go back to a small government. So, Patriots have been lazy this week. Wheel gets the grease. Ding, ding, ding. Sorry, I don't have a little bell. If I somehow magically get a bell in my mail, guys, I'm really not needing one, but that is actually, in my opinion, probably one of the most accurate statements that anybody could ever make. People, the liberals are the loudest. They are the ones who cause the chaos. They are the ones that are out there in the streets protesting all the time. Guess what? What do they get? They get piles and piles of cash, and people are willing to just donate it just to get rid of their white grief or whatever they call it nowadays. So, looking into Patriot Mobile, if Patriot Mobile worked in my area, I would definitely be using them. They don't work right yet in my area, so as soon as they do, that's where I'll be going. So, yeah. And there's a lot of people that definitely there's a lot of people who left after I left. A lot of what was said, and I'm not gonna describe say everything, but there it was. I thought it was cordial, and then all of a sudden I started hearing little rumblings and people talking, and I let a few people know where I was, and that was it. People that were asking for me, I just quietly sent them a whisper and let them know that, hey, I'm starting my own thing, and it's kind of built into this. So Yeah. Yeah, and boom. So for guys, for me, I'm not gonna tell you to do something that I'm not doing myself. I have written there are things that I didn't agree with under Obama, under Trump. There, and I'll be the first to admit it. There were things that I did not agree with, but I kept my mouth shut. I sat down and I wrote letters. I typed them up, I signed them in pen, and I put them in a certified envelope and sent them out. I wrote 14 letters to Donald Trump himself, and to other Congress people, I wrote more. That's just a Trump, 14 times. Did I get a response back each and every single time? I've handwritten Congress people letters. I'm not going to tell you guys to do something that I personally have not done. End of story. So, yes, no, we're not gonna go with the cheer squad now. Come on. So right now it's train of thought. Yeah. Okay. I'm just kind of you know. So handwritten guys. People don't understand there is a difference between handwriting a letter and actually typing it out. I know I'm a millennial, and there might be some millennials on here, but when you're dealing with government, if you write a handwritten letter, I mean, unless your handwriting's not the best, you handwrite a letter. That's actually going to carry more weight with your Congress people and legislatures than a typewritten letter. Like going through word processor and typing out a letter, printing it off, and hand signing it. A handwritten letter is going to carry more weight than anything else. So, yep. Okay, Trump letter from today. Give me a second. I will pull that up. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Well, I thought I was going to pull it up. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, I am blowing this up. So, yeah, this came from Donald Trump. No, he didn't say. When I had cause to write him a letter, I wasn't asking for stuff like that. So, yeah, there's okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure ever. Don't say that. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, we made sure that it got bigger for people so they can see it better. And I don't know, guys. I'm just I'm just double checking and making sure I didn't miss anything. Oh yeah, and guys, that's another thing. I am actually compiling a list of congressional phone numbers for both senators and the House of Representatives. So as soon as that's done, it will be on the resource page. And no, it's not going to have personal cell phone numbers or anything like that, but their office numbers and the numbers for the states in which they reside. So just so you guys can you read it please? Okay, so our border is totally out of control thanks to the disastrous leadership of Joe Biden. Our great border patrol and ICE agents have been disrespected, demeaned, and mocked by the Biden administration. A, ma- a mass incursion into the country by people who should not be here is happening on an hourly basis, growing worse by the minute. Many have criminal records, and many others have and are spreading COVID. Interior enforcement has been shut down. Criminals that were once promptly removed by our administration are now being released back into the streets to commit heinous and violent crimes. ICE officers are desperate to remove these convicted criminals, but Biden won't let them. So, yeah, you're funny, proud. Yes, I will. I will definitely put that on the Telegram page, just so people know. Um, do you have if you have that sourced and you want us if you can source that and send me an email, I will look at it because that's information that stuff like that, guys. If we can source it and we can verify it, we will report on it. So send me an email and I will definitely get on that. I know a lot of people are sending me emails because I have a dozen of them right now. So could be. Oh, and so people actually have my email address instead of having to repeat it. Um, could it be? I it could be. I don't know. So again, when it's put that in that way, it makes sense if it's an illegal alien invasion, but the others, I don't know. So yeah, when we see when you guys send me articles that of things that are going on worldwide, let me know. Send that over to me so I can actually run through that and it's going to be a 25th. Okay, so I'm going to put this up quickly. I agree. Biden's president until he flops or until somebody can take him out. Well, it, the only taken out it's going to be um, it'll be a 25th Amendment push, and I with as pissed as Kamala Harris was the other day, I would say it's probably going to happen sooner rather than later. Just my own opinion. So, but I know people are really going crazy about things. Okay. Yeah, if you I haven't heard of anything yet, but if I'm going to just put this up so people can I'm trying to make sure I'm letting people know which one I'm responding to. If you're able to just email it to me and then we'll go from there and then I'll work to confirm that. So but guys, I'm what questions do you guys have? Where I know we weren't where's Jason? Well, Jason's hiding. No, I Jason told me that he was going to hide in the shadows and help out where necessary, but he wanted to spend some time with his wife, so I'm just I'm gonna respect him. So so yeah. Okay. Time for another haircut. Yeah, my hair is getting a little long. I think it's exceeded. Yeah, it's definitely over 5 millimeters. So it's about time for me to get a. I will find them and I will post them. I need to spend some time. Yeah, I do. Usually about 11:30 until roughly about 4:30. Just kidding. Um, did we find anything out about Israel? We're still looking into it. I am working to find, first of all, find the person. And once we find the person, I'm actually going to sit down and try to have a conversation with them. And if we can pull that off, I'll give them an hour of the show. I will bring them on and give them an hour. And then we can share this far and as wide as possible. So so yeah. But people, we are on. So everybody knows We're on Telegram. We're on Signal. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook, Twitch, and soon to be other platforms. So, nothing. Okay. I am winged. Any deployments yet? Not that I've heard, but there are several divisions that are ready to go. So we'll see what happens. Okay, Proud, if you could jump in and start in answering some of the. Yeah, Telegram, it's the same name. We have a chat and a broadcast channel, so just so people are aware. And the Telegram on my phone, guys. If you guys come across news stories or stuff that you want me to cover, or you want me to actually vet and break it down more, send it over to Telegram, because I'll actually get notifications from everything that's posted. Signal, they don't always pop up. So yeah, Alpha Wolf. So yeah, there's some that's going to go to Syria. There's some that are going to go to other countries, but those not at liberty to discuss. So so okay. I really don't. I used to follow the markets. I used to do a lot of trading. I don't really anymore, but I'm definitely watching to see what happens. I know there's a big crash coming, and when, I don't know. Some people are saying it's here. Some people are saying it's not. I'll look into the trends, and if I can find somebody who's a lot more knowledgeable about it than I am, I'll have them answer those kind of questions. I'll find somebody to answer that for you, Sally. So, any other questions, guys? And so, guys, just so you know, if you go to the website and you see all those YouTube videos, if you want to figure out which, there's only like 4 or 5 different channels called Patriot something or other, but they're go to the website, click on a video down below, go to YouTube and subscribe. That's the fastest, easiest way to get in there. No. Um, those are theories, but they're not accurate. there that Gitmo was originally set up to hold war prisoners, and that's what it's been used for. Prisoners of war or terrorists. That's what it's used for, and that's what it'll always be used for. Any other purpose would actually violate the lease that the U.S. has with Cuba, and we'd be booted from the country. So, but guys, if there's no other questions, and now they're really going to. Yeah, that's why we have Twitch, and we have other. Um, Diego Garcia, uh, that's just a military base over in the Middle East. Is there stuff like Gitmo? Yes, Gitmo is just the most famous, and it's the only one that's actually talked about because all the other ones are off the books. So you wouldn't ever see them anywhere, anyways. So so you know, um, we try to make sure that everybody stays as informed as possible, but 4 or 5 major bases, that are not talked about. Yeah, and in fact, if you look them up, you can scroll all the way in. You'll never see a thing. Why? Because it's classified. So, do I have a ham radio? No. Am I getting one? Very, very soon. Unfortunately, to broadcast on ham radio or to talk on ham radio, you are actually required to have a license. Yeah, you can go down, take the test, $10, and you can have your license. But I'm ham radio is good for some things, but right now, unless something was to go completely crazy, a ham radio is something that it's not worth it at this point. Is it worth having one as a spare? Absolutely. So one of these days when I get rich and famous, I'll buy a nice ham radio. I'm just kidding about being rich and famous. I'm just a lowly guy from South Dakota. So yeah, but it's a lot easier to shield it. If for some reason there was an EMP to go off, and again, this is pure speculation, guys. Okay, I'm going to put the tinfoil hat on, and we're going to walk. We're going to walk as if something like that is for a fact going to happen. Again, it is pure speculation. Just so people know that we're going to go down that road just a hair. So, what would I recommend? Faraday cages, getting a Faraday cage, building a Faraday cage. If you have ham radio equipment, what would you do? You would put it in a Faraday cage before something like that happened. That way, all that energy was dissipated to the ground and the equipment was not damaged. That would be the appropriate thing to do. So, yeah, my wife's she's probably going to go sit there and try to make me a tinfoil hat. No thanks. But, uh-oh. Yeah, I don't call 911. We don't need anybody getting hurt. So, 2 foot by 2 foot. If it's just 2 foot by 2 foot, it has to have that third dimension. So 2 by 2 by 2, so it's a cube. If it's just 2 by 2, it's no good anyways. So, but yeah, ham radios are great. But if something like that was to actually happen, if it wasn't in a Faraday cage, all the ham radios of today, gone. So they're just like cell phones. They have a lot of electronics in them. And if they're not protected, they're done that fast. So, have I heard of the med beds that will help cure so many ailments? I'm not going to bring your comment on screen, Sally, because yeah, the powers that be, if I was to go down that road with the second portion of your question, I'd be removed from Facebook, or not Facebook, but YouTube, and probably other platforms too. And I'm just not going to do that. So, med beds, guys, there's a lot of research saying that there are frequencies that you can subject your body to that is beneficial to you. Medical beds that do that, I've heard about them, don't know too much about them. As we go further along, I'll research and do some research and see if it is for a fact true. If they are for a fact true, then by all means, I think we need to put one in every hospital or every county out there. But let me do some research on that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through the comments, guys, to make sure that yeah, I will, and I'm gonna look through and do a bunch of research and on that, guys, and we'll discuss it. So, any other questions that I can answer briefly? I know we're going into the weekend. People don't want to be stuck on a live stream with somebody as boring as me. I know everybody has so much other stuff better to do, right? So, looks like I have a question coming in from over here. Okay. So I had somebody send me a message. So somebody sent me a message on my phone that says, "Are they real raw news?" Again, I don't know where it's from. I don't know who it is. Are they crazy or reliable? Reported Hillary Clinton was arrested Tuesday night. Uh, no. I'm just gonna stop that one real quick so people don't get really. Good question, Daydream. I am boy. Uh, I did read that, and I do know a little bit about it. Not a whole lot, but I do know a little bit. So no, not that I'm seeing the. But let's go to Daydream real quick. So any truth and total independence from the Rothschild, yeah, controlled U.S. dollar. Yes and no. The long story short is the Russians have expelled all the World Bank executives from there. So if you go into if you go into Russia right now and you're part of the IMF, you will be arrested, and yeah, whatever happens to you happens to you. So I'm going through, making sure I'm not missing anything. But as far as them being completely, they still rely on what's called the petrodollar, and the petrodollar itself is based off of U.S. currency and oil. Whatever whatever the oil markets will bear for U.S. currency, that is actually what sets a standard for the petrodollar worldwide. So they are nobody can ever truly go independent, but we'll see what happens. Anything on airstrikes? Not anything that I'm hearing, but have I watched these? Okay, I'm Nurse Noodle. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm guys. Sorry, I'm making sure that everything is. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this one up on screen because it's been sent to me over a dozen times, and I actually had to go and check it out for myself. So Give me just a second. I'll pull that up. And people are telling me how much time I've spent on air tonight. So I apologize. But give me a few seconds. Okay. I'm going to pull this up. So give me just a second. Yeah, my daughter's pretty happy right now. Okay. So, guys, I need to. I'm going to stop that share real quick. There we go. Okay, I know this is not the best picture. But it says, notice the hearing in the matter of the United States, the government of the United States versus Bill and Melinda Gates, Anthony Fauci, Christine Grady. This is a fake document. I have literally seen this over a dozen times. If you look, the Human Rights Tribunal International, this case number does not exist. So, okay. I will send that over to you. Just give me a second. And then I'll have you should have it, Jason. So, yeah, I will definitely, between Jason and I've looked into it. I've seen there is some legitimacy to the underlying documentation that they say, but that particular with the file number and everything I looked at to validate it, then maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, well, we'll see you tomorrow. But by the moment, no, I'm gonna see if there's if Jason wants to jump on or not. If he does, then we'll go. Okay, guys, I will definitely look into this and we'll get back to you on that. But can I Can I address that tomorrow? 40 Winks on that morning show. Let Jason and I look into it a lot further, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Anything else that you guys need to know about? Because if not, yeah, let me circle back, guys. I'm sorry. Just kidding. Go check out the website. Check out the resources page. See what you guys. If you guys have other resources, submit them to the down below here. You see the email scrolling across the bottom. Send stuff to the email, and either Jason or I. Jason, any questions about airplanes and stuff like that? It's going to be Jason at patriotnewsnetwork.us. So he has his own email address now. So yeah, I'm honestly. Okay, there's a scientist who hosts a YouTube page that goes into the solar cycle and climate change. His name is Ice Age Farmer. It's really interesting. But the point is that his data is incongruous with the weather patterns we are seeing. Guys, there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, there is evidence that there is some, not all of it, but there is some weather manipulation. And the technology is there to do it. Okay. They've been talking about cloud seeding for almost 40 years now, 50. I mean, even as early as the 70s, they were talking about doing this. So is it possible to manipulate the weather? Absolutely. But yeah. Mods are checking your comments. Nobody should be checking comments because, oh. Yeah. Okay. I apologize. I am not a. It's so nice that Shane gets to talk and finish a sentence and not get interrupted. I know, right? I can actually communicate and not have to really just kind of sit back in the corner and just stare at people and wonder when I'm actually going to be able to answer a question or two. So, yeah. No. Said about what? Okay. Guys, anyways, it's been a blast. And I'm really just getting on here. And we were just about to sign off, but guess what? Just for you and everybody else, we are going to be having a live stream tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern, and then you guys can figure it out from here to the West Coast. So, guys, you have a fantastic night. And as always, you guys have a pen, you guys have a microphone, use them. Silent majority can no longer stay silent. God bless and take care.